Look up at the night sky. For 4 billion years, we've had one silent companion. A single pearly white orb that dictates our tides, our nights, and the very rhythm of life. We take its presence for granted. But what if nature decided to give us a second one? Imagine waking up to a sky where 2 moons compete for space. It sounds like a scene from a dream, a poet's paradise. But in reality, a second moon wouldn't just be a beautiful sight. It would be a chaotic force of nature that could rewrite the laws of our planet, from skyscraper high tides to the total collapse of our ecosystems. The arrival of a second moon is a celestial death sentence disguised as a wonder. Today, on Brainocom, we explore a dual reality. We dive into the physics, the beauty, and the absolute terror of a world with 2 moons. Are we looking at a new frontier, or the beginning of the end? How would we even get a second moon? Astronomers call it lunar capture. Imagine a massive asteroid, roughly 1,000 miles wide, wandering too close to Earth's gravitational well. Instead of crashing into us, it gets trapped in a permanent orbit. Let's name our newcomer, Luna Secunda. For the first few weeks, the world would be in awe. Amateur telescopes would be sold out globally. But as Luna Secunda settles into its orbit, the honeymoon phase ends, and the physics begins to kick in. Because in space, everything is a balancing act, and our new neighbor just threw the scales out of the window. The most immediate and violent change happens in our oceans. Our current moon already pulls at our seas, creating the tides we know. But now, we have 2 gravitational masters pulling in different directions. When Luna Secunda and our original moon align, their combined gravity would create super tides. We aren't talking about a few extra inches of water. We are talking about tidal waves hundreds of feet high. Coastal cities like New York, London, and Tokyo wouldn't just face flooding. They would be practically erased twice a day. Shipping routes would vanish. International trade would collapse. The ocean is no longer a resource. It's a nomadic wall of destruction. But let's look away from the chaos for a moment. What happens when the sun goes down? With 2 moons, true darkness becomes a thing of the past. Depending on their positions, our nights would be significantly brighter, sometimes as bright as early twilight. For us humans, it sounds poetic. But for the natural world, it's a disaster. Predators that rely on the cover of darkness would suddenly be exposed. Prey animals would have nowhere to hide. Millions of years of evolutionary biological clocks would be shattered in an instant. Nocturnal life would face a mass extinction event, simply because the lights never went out. And for you, say goodbye to deep sleep. The human brain evolved for a world of dark nights. In a world of dual moons, we become a species of permanent insomnia. Here is the part that textbooks rarely mention. 2 moons in the same orbit is a recipe for a cosmic car crash. Over thousands of years, or perhaps much sooner, the gravitational dance between the 2 moons would become unstable. They would start drifting toward each other. This is known as orbital decay. Eventually, they would collide. The resulting explosion would be the most spectacular and final light show in human history. The moons would shatter into billions of pieces, forming a glowing ring of debris around Earth. It would look like Saturn, but with a deadly twist. These fragments would eventually rain down on Earth as a relentless barrage of meteors, potentially ending life as we know it. As we look up tonight at our one solitary moon, we should realize how lucky we are. Our planet exists in a fragile, perfect balance. 1 moon is enough to give us life. But 2 moons? 2 moons would be enough to take it away. It reminds us that in the vast, silent theater of the universe, the things we find most ordinary are actually the most extraordinary. What would you do if you saw 2 moons in the sky tonight? Would you be amazed, or would you run for the hills? Let us know in the comments below. For more deep dives into the mysteries of our universe and what-if scenarios, subscribe to Brainocom. Together, let's keep unearthing the truth. I am Brainocom.